What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video, and today I'm going to be playing Madden NFL 08 for the PS2. So this is considered to be one of the best Maddens of all time. A game from 12 years ago still has more depth than a game from present day, apparently. So I'm just going to go through and kind of try out and see what all this game had to offer back in the day compared to Madden 20, of course. So as you can tell, we always have play now and everything like that. There's even historic teams. This is something that the new games got rid of as well. I can do the 90s Chiefs, 71 Chiefs, 69 Chiefs, like 66 Chiefs, like what the heck, Dallas Texans. I think it has like, yeah, all these like, I think these are the European teams or whatever, which is kind of fun too. Frankfurt Galaxy, Sea Devil, and just kind of stuff like that. So that's the one thing, already an extra feature that used to be in these games that are no longer in. Going into game modes, we have franchise mode. So obviously there's a franchise mode in Curtain Madden, but is it as in-depth as this one? Absolutely not. There was just so much more to this older franchise mode, which I'm going to get to in just a moment. So, and then Superstar, NFL Superstar Hall of Fame. So this is your career mode, which was really, really cool. You can import an 08 legend or your NCAA football 08 legend. So even back then, you could do this stuff, which was pretty cool. Or you can use a rookie from the 07 class, which was also nice. I think you can do that in current Madden still. So that's something that did stay. But obviously, we don't have NCAA football anymore, so you can't do that anymore. There's tournament, mini games, and just practice, play online. So you could play online back here. But I am also using the PCSX2 PlayStation 2 emulator to play this. So that's why I'm able to render this in a 4K resolution and everything, which is actually really cool. So this is something that I really miss, and that's create a team. Like, gosh dang, this was such an awesome thing to have back in the day. You could go into create a team here and create your own team, and you could use them in franchise mode if you really want to. I'm not going to go too far into this, but you could do that. You could customize your stadium. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of options, but it was still cool nonetheless to create your own stadium and everything like that, all the way from the lights. You could make it a dome if you wanted to. You can make turf, natural grass, grassy turf, baseball. Like, there's so many cool options. And then, of course, your background, and just stuff like that. And then, of course, you had your uniforms as well. You could change all the colors. Quite a few cool options. The only thing it didn't really have was to be able to put in like letters and stuff on the uniforms, which was fine. But you know, for what it was, you know, at least this was in here. This has been absent from Madden since I believe Madden 13. Which kind of sucks. So it's just a mode that I wish they would bring back to Madden and everything like that. Create a playbook, another one. Create a fan, create a team. You know, all those are gone from Madden now, and they were in this. So it just kind of sucks that's where they went. So if I go to franchise here, I already have a franchise that I started here. So I'm gonna go ahead and head into it. I made the Branson Pirates, which was a team from my hometown, so I decided to go ahead and make them and put them in place of the Buccaneers, because since they were so similar, I thought that'd be kind of cool. So if we go into like rosters and stuff, I started with a cupcake roster and everything like that, so I could like build my team, and it's kind of like makes it kind of fun. Look at this, position battles. You can see position battles while you're in the preseason, because I'm currently in the preseason right now, which is kind of cool. So if I go to like quarterback, there's not really a position battle there. Wide receiver, you can see that Deion Mantor, these are generated players because obviously I used a new team, so you can just see how close some of these position battles are, which is really nice. I put myself at quarterback just for fun, and then of course at running back I made Riley fast. I made him 99 speed, of course. So I made a couple of creative players, and then I went ahead and to do that. So I wanted to create a couple of players to kind of start my team and everything, and then the rest would be just building them from scratch besides that. So I'd give myself 2 star players, and then the rest I was just go into free agency, do what I can and stuff like that. So there's just, I don't know what it is, but this franchise mode just seemed like there was so much more to it and just had more depth to it in my opinion. So if you go to like, say, let's go to view roster, go to player information, I believe, yeah, and then you can actually see all their stats each year, which you can do in current Maddens, but you couldn't see what team they played for each year, which I don't know why they took that out. That was such a cool feature to have, just to be able to see what team they played for. So you can kind of, especially when you got in deep into a franchise mode and stuff like that, you could see where some of these auto-generated guys came from. It just kind of created a nice little history, so you could kind of do that and stuff. It's just, you know, your fictional football world and stuff like that. Stats and info, and there's just so much. Like, you have newspapers. Like, this is so cool, like, for the news and stuff, which is kind of really neat. So if we can load this, I think I played my first, no, I might not have. So you could see that fast deal done. I like that headline. That actually sounds pretty cool. Coming back to it just because of all this, these features and stuff. So anyways, you have that. And then of course, we're going to start a NFL Superstar just to show you kind of what we had to do in this game, because I missed these features. And to be honest, for a career mode, this was, for not having like cutscenes and stuff, this was very, very in-depth and detailed. I love having an apartment, and then if I get better, you know, I can move into like a mansion and stuff. It was so cool. So let's just create me. Alright, so if we go into here, then you would be able to adjust your attributes the way you wanted to. You can't do this anymore. So you can like increase, you know, some attributes. Say if I want to have higher throw accuracy and stuff like that, or be speed, you know, there's just a little bit more in depth. And then like when you went through like the combine and stuff, you can keep in mind that you were going to raise some of these. So I kind of want my throw power and throw accuracy up, but I also want to have my speed up, and awareness I don't usually worry about too much, just because you know, I'm the one playing it. So just kind of like stuff. And then you had like mail and stuff. This is kind of cool. And then you could go through all your messages and stuff like that. Mentor, your mom sometimes would message you and stuff like that. Then you go to your schedule, and you would have this is also something I miss in a career mode, signing an actual agent. Now in the new rookie, or the new mode in Madden 20, yeah, you sign an agent and everything, but it's not like in game, you know, it's just in the cutscenes, and that's about it. So having an actual agent is pretty cool. And then you get unexpected interviews out of nowhere, and you know, you can be that, you know, selfish kind of guy, or different stuff like that, or you can just you can answer all the things you know, nicely like you're supposed to, or you can go down that selfish route. It doesn't really matter. So when you first start out, you cannot sign a high-class agent, you know, and, you know, you want to have that Performance Institute option, because you can go train and get your overall even higher. So, say, we always have to start with Jimmy Powers and everything like that. So you can go through the combine and do these individual workouts and stuff. They were really cool. So, and you had the choice, if you're a quarterback, do pocket presence, precision passing, or do a 40-yard dash. Go through like different workouts and stuff. Teams would be trying to go for you and stuff like that. So like, and then if you get hit by the yellow thing, you get sacked. Let's see if I can actually do good this time. Oh, I got sacked, and I pushed the wrong button, which is not good for me. So looks like we're trying out for the Buccaneers here, or working out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right here. So we'll see how this goes. Oh gosh, I nearly got sacked there. And we will dodge and throw to our receiver. See, when it comes straight ahead, those are the easiest ones to dodge. But when it comes from like an angle, those are the hardest ones. And then it says I'm going out of the pocket. You gotta stay in that pocket, or it'll flag you. It'll be like, hey, you can't go out of the pocket. See, this is really hard to get. I don't think I've ever gotten gold in this trial, but I can only get bronze, which is better than nothing. Like, you have to be like perfect, probably. I think I did get, oh gosh. I think I did one time get silver. Yeah, I got silver here, which is good. So we're gonna get silver here. Again, it's one of those hard ones to get gold on, but when you do these workouts, you actually raise attributes depending on the trophy that you got. So I got silver, which raises throw power by 1. So I got my throw power to be from 86 to 87. I'm not going to do all these workouts, but you can kind of do that. There's another interview. And of course, you take the IQ test as well, which was also something that is no longer in Madden. And then you can get drafted randomly by a team. So there's an option if you can get drafted by your favorite team, or you can just say no and get drafted randomly. I always do no, because I wanted the most realistic experience, but if you want to be on your favorite team, you have that option, which I think was not in the previous game, so it was kind of cool that they at least added that. And then you just kind of go through this draft, and it would draft you. So again, this was a career mode that didn't have any cutscenes and stuff like that, but there was just so much depth to it, and usually I believe you go typically in the 3rd round or so it just kind of depends. And if you do well at the combine and stuff and did your attributes right, you can usually be around a high 70s overall. As you can see, we got round 3. We've been drafted by the Cleveland Browns, which, yeah, they probably need a quarterback at this time. So you get new mail after you get drafted, and the Browns ownership welcomes you, which is cool. So after you get drafted, you can go to your mirror and you can change all this stuff. Say if I want to change my jersey number, I can. If I want to change all my other stuff, and you can see that we are now on the Cleveland Browns. And I usually give myself some quarterback wrists here and stuff like that. You can go to the barbershop, so obviously I don't want that as my as my hair for sure. I have brown, and then there's not a whole lot of options when it comes to I do wish they did have a little bit more options on the hair, but it's better than I think what current Madden gives us, because you can change it at any point. Say if I get to where I'm in the league longer, I think you can go in the league a lot longer than 15 years, kind of like and then the tattoo parlor. People love this option as well back in the day, because again, you don't get this option in the new Maddens. It was just kind of a neat, you could get your own tattoos, and there's quite a few options on there. So there's the agent's office, where you can go and say you can guarantee a win. I would like to announce that's where you announce your retirement, complain about the coaches, and you can do stuff like that. So it was just kind of cool to have all that kind of depth, and for something that doesn't have cutscenes, and then you can go through here to check all this cool stuff. I love the addition of the calendar and just going through like training camp. I am using an emulator, so there are graphical glitches on the loading screens, which is the only thing I have found out, but everything else runs very, very well. So sometimes I'll usually just do random play on both offense and defense to kind of get the best simulation to help me. And of course, when you are doing oh gosh, it's so loud, doing a player, create like a career mode, you can only control yourself. And something I really liked about this old game mode is that you didn't get to choose your own plays, the coach did. And that's something I really liked, that the coach is the one that calls the plays and not you. You can call audibles, but you don't call the plays. And I played so much of this Madden back in the day. Like, I played it all the time. I loved it so much. And I was a big career guy, so I loved career modes and stuff like that. Hey, look, I got a touchdown to make up for all the crappy stuff that I did, so that helps. We got, it looks like Jamal Lewis as running back, so that's kind of cool. A little blast from the past on some of these rosters, by the way. And then you can go to the game. Whoa, look how ironic, we're going against the Chiefs. So if we go over here, you can actually go over to the depth chart. We can see where we're at. And we are number 1 on the depth chart, and you can see that we would technically be the 3rd string in this, or actually 4th string in this situation. But so sometimes realistically, I would put myself where I do belong on the depth chart, and if the guys in front of me start struggling, I would sometimes put myself in. That's kind of like a cool option, that you have the option to control the depth chart and stuff. So if you want to make it realistic, you can, but it automatically makes you the starter right away. But yeah, these emulators are really nice, so I definitely, if you want to play these classic games, I definitely say give these PS2 emulators. There's also other emulators out there, but give them a try, because you can play some of these old games in 4K or modern resolutions, you know, which is really nice. And it makes the graphics that much better. And, you know, yeah, they're graphics from 12 years ago, but hey, they still look pretty decent for what they are. But with these emulators, there's so many options to change so you can get the best gaming experience out of it. So, and also you had these current roles and stuff that could give you attribute boosts. If you do well, you'll gain more boosts and unlock other things that you can use to do other boosts to kind of make you better while you're out there. So it's pretty cool. Man, pressure was there, so I had to get off that off fast, but it was so cool. And then, like, you could see this would help your little ego thing, I think it was called. And you got your stats that come up each one. Like, again, you didn't get to call your own plays, and I really liked that because, again, it added some realism to the game overall. So I've just have found myself coming back to these games, and then, of course, we're going to take off and run. We got some speed. We're going to get that first down. It's kind of interesting because back in the day, you would hit the A or X button, whichever you had, PlayStation or whatever, to sprint instead of the trigger. So it was definitely a lot different back then when it came to that aspect, which is kind of interesting. So if we hand off to Lewis here, they just kept this foundation, you know, going into the current gen. You know, I would be happy, and I don't understand why they took this apart. You know, why did they tear this foundation down? I don't know. You know, it just didn't make sense that they tore it down, you know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do a play action. Let's see if we can score here. Oh, that was a risky throw. All right. Oh, we got defensive pass interference. Nice. I will take that. All right, on the 1 yard line, let's see if we can get our rookie career started. I'm gonna go. Oh, I thought it. Oh, look at that. We're gonna score a touchdown, rushing touchdown to get the first points of the game. And if you still want to have that immersive experience where you only want to play while you're on the field, you can still, for instance, kind of do something else. If I remember, if we see where it says team control, you can switch that over to user or CPU. So if I go to CPU while I'm not on the field, you can just watch the game sometimes. You have to wait another play here, so but yeah, you could do like a computer simulation as well while you weren't on the field or something. Hey, look, it's Trent Green for the Chiefs. You could see that, and you can do stuff like that. It was really neat. And so there was no sim button on this, but at the same time, it's kind of cool watching the game while you're not in, you know. Oh, I may have been offsides there. Oh, he was offsides. But we also have skills drills, which was kind of an interesting thing too. You could do like these different drills here. So if we go ahead and head into here. And this was just some other stuff. You know, not having Ultimate Team, you know, there were some extra features in the game that you wouldn't get today. So we have the rushing skill drill, passing, defense, pre-play. I always like the rushing one. You get like these weird dummies chasing you as well, so you'd just be like whoop, and you'd have to do everything to dodge them. That's on the screen. So, and then we would cut left, and then this one we gotta cut right, and boom, we would win. Yeah, we got 20.28 seconds remaining time. Yeah, I really do miss this game and what it had. And this was the last time Madden was actually great. So this is the last time the game actually meant something. And it's just a shame that they tore this foundation down and decided to go a different direction with the series. Again, it's just sad. I just wish that we could have literally this game, but with upgraded graphics and physics and stuff like that, you know, just game improvements, you know. Literally keep all the modes in there, and I don't see why it would be such a difficult task for them to do that, because I get that they only have you know, a time frame to do stuff, but I mean, most of it is literally just menu stuff that you could easily put into the game, you know, and Madden 08 did it well. So anyways, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Do you prefer Madden 08 over current Madden? Did you ever play these older Madden games? Yes, it was 12 years ago, so this was probably my favorite Madden game of all time was Madden 08. I played the heck out of 06 through 08. 06 was my first Madden, and 08 was probably my favorite. So because they were all very similar, but they just kind of built off of one another. So it was interesting on how it all worked. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video as it goes off into a demo game, which, you know, they used to do that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more amazing content like this. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video. So thank you guys so much, and goodbye.
It's time for football. Thanks for being here with us. We're just about ready to start the game right now, featuring two very